Hello MacroHeart community, welcome back. So first of all, today I have been working on improving the underlying protocol and finishing up the documentation. And that being said, today we are going to discuss what are stateless clients. So before we understand that, let's briefly go through how proof of stake Ethereum works. So every 32 blocks, which is also called an epoch, there is a random selection of a leader and validators, which is called a committee. So now the leader produces blocks for the next 32 blocks, and the committee members, also known as the validators, validates the block and give their votes on the authenticity of the blocks. Now let's try to understand how a block is validated. So every miner or validator maintains the underlying ledger of the blockchain. Now this ledger can be thought of as account balances of each user using the blockchain. When a block is posted, it contains a bunch of transactions. So now every validator has the current ledger, and on top of that, it processes the transactions that have been posted inside the block. Now a transaction can be that Alice sends $100 to me. Now such a transaction will reduce the balance of Alice by $100 and it will increase my balance by $100. So therefore, based on this computation, the miners and the validators will update their ledger by reducing Alice's balance by 100 and increasing my balance by $100. And this is done for all the transactions that are there inside the block. And a new and updated ledger is produced. Then the updated ledger is used to create a root, and this root is compared with the one that exists inside the block. And if the root matches, then it means that the block producer executed the transactions correctly. Now we can clearly see that in order to validate a block and process transactions, a miner or a validator needs a full-fledged computer, because they need to maintain a large database, which is the underlying ledger, which consists of account balances of everyone using the blockchain. Now this computer can become heavy with time as the blockchain state grows. Now the idea of stateless client is that what if someone is able to process a block without having the need to maintain the underlying ledger? If this is possible, then the miners and validators do not need a full-fledged computer. They can validate a block using the transactions inside the block and using previous blocks, let us say previous 100 blocks. And this requires miners to only store certain old blocks, which is pretty cheap to store. So there is a lot of research going on creating designs for stateless clients as well as stateless blockchains. So one important consequence of having stateless clients will be that even low computational devices, for example your mobile phone, will also be able to validate a block. And if we can do that, then everyone having a mobile phone will be able to validate an Ethereum block, for example. So this would mean that the pool of validators will increase enormously. This will enhance the security of blockchain tremendously, making it able to support the world's economy. So this is in a nutshell the idea behind stateless clients, and maybe we'll discuss something more in future regarding this topic. That's all for today. If you find this video useful, then press the like button, and if you are watching me for the first time, then subscribe this channel and become part of the MacroHeart community, where we are building the next economy. See you tomorrow. Until then, bye bye.